The renovation trap. When updating a home could cost more than it's worth, buying a home that needs some work can seem like a smart strategy. Maybe the price is lower and you think, I can renovate it and make it exactly what I want. And sometimes that can be a great plan, but renovations can become expensive very quickly. A home that looks like a bargain may require much more money, time, and effort than you expected. So before you buy a fixer-upper, here are some things you should consider. Renovation costs can add up quickly. You might start by saying, we'll just update the kitchen. Then you discover old plumbing. The electrical system needs work. The floors need replacing. Suddenly, a small kitchen project has turned into a major renovation. That's why it's important to understand the full scope of the work before deciding what you can afford. Get professional estimates. Don't rely only on online renovation calculators or rough guesses. For major projects, consider getting estimates from qualified professionals. This is especially important for the roof, HVAC, plumbing, electrical systems, kitchens, bathrooms, and structural repairs. The better your estimates, the more realistic your renovation budget will be. Expect the unexpected. Renovations don't always go according to plan. Once walls or floors are opened, you may discover water damage, outdated wiring, plumbing problems, structural issues, or pest damage. That's why it's important to have money set aside for unexpected costs. Remember that every home has a value ceiling. This is one of the biggest renovation traps. Imagine buying a home for $350,000 and spending $100,000 on renovations. Now you have $450,000 invested. But if similar homes in the neighborhood are selling for around $400,000, you may have spent more than the market is willing to recognize. Before renovating, look at comparable homes and recent sales in the area. Not every upgrade adds the same value. Some improvements can make a home more attractive to future buyers. Others are mainly about personal taste. So ask yourself, will this improve the home's resale appeal, or is this mainly something I want? There's nothing wrong with personal upgrades. Just remember that enjoyment and resale value aren't always the same thing. Be careful with luxury upgrades. High-end finishes can look beautiful, but an extremely expensive kitchen or bathroom may not make financial sense if most homes nearby have more modest finishes. Try to keep major improvements appropriate for the neighborhood. Consider the time and stress. Renovation costs aren't only financial. They can also require your time, energy, planning, and patience. Living in a construction zone can be stressful. Ask yourself if you're comfortable with that experience. Prioritize important repairs. Before worrying about cosmetic upgrades, focus on the home's major systems. Think about the roof, plumbing, electrical system, HVAC, water intrusion, and structural concerns. A beautiful kitchen won't solve a serious structural problem. Don't ignore the neighborhood. Even the best renovation can't change the location. Before investing heavily, look at comparable properties, recent sales, buyer demand, nearby development, and the overall neighborhood. A great renovation can't completely overcome an undesirable location. And finally, think about your exit strategy. Ask yourself, what happens if I need to sell this home in a few years? Life can change. You might relocate, experience a financial change, or simply decide the home isn't right for you. Understanding your potential resale market can help you avoid over-improving the property. The renovation test. Before buying a home that needs work, ask yourself, what repairs are necessary immediately? What improvements are optional? How much will the renovation realistically cost? Have I received professional estimates? Do I have money for unexpected problems? And what are similar homes selling for? The simple calculation. Here's an easy way to think about the numbers. Purchase price plus renovation costs plus other expenses equals total investment. For example, if you buy a home for $350,000, spend $60,000 on renovations, and have another $15,000 in expenses, your total investment is $425,000. If comparable renovated homes are selling for around $430,000, the project may make sense. But if similar homes are selling for only $390,000, you may want to reconsider. These numbers don't guarantee future value, but they can help you make a more realistic decision. Renovating a home can be exciting. You can create a space that fits your lifestyle and personal taste. But remember, I can renovate this doesn't always mean I should buy this. Before buying a fixer-upper, understand the home's condition, get realistic renovation estimates, research comparable properties, and consider the neighborhood's value ceiling. The goal isn't to avoid renovations. The goal is to make sure the renovation makes financial sense. Because a successful renovation isn't just about creating a beautiful home. It's about improving the home without spending more than the property can reasonably support.